My name's Greg, and I've had the pleasure of hanging out with you guys over the last couple days. And I just want to say, I think everybody did a great job with all of your presentations. I just want you to give yourselves a big round of applause. You really have taught me a lot, and one of the challenges of being at a foundation like the Gates Foundation is I have a big target on my back. Everybody wants to talk to me, and it's rare that I get an opportunity to sort of hang out and informally have conversations with you. I've really enjoyed meeting all of you. I think you are terrific and will have really productive and positive futures. So I'm really glad to be here. So let me just say a little bit about the overall presentation style. Like I said, I think you all did things really well, but I just want to highlight some things that you all should do consistently, right? So one of the big things is facts and figures, and that's what foundations want. And you all had data, but it was sort of variable across the different presentations. And it's really important for me to understand how large of a problem is this, how many students are affected by this, what happens if they get support to get over this, what are the outcomes, those kinds of things. So more facts and figures, always good. But with that, you've got to keep it engaging, right? I mean, facts and figures can get so boring, and I will fall asleep reading your proposal. So keep it engaging, tell stories. I love the ways in which you all brought in your personal story to the issue that you were taking on. Tears are okay. Tears are good. Like, knowing that you are really passionate and committed to the issue that you're working on only makes you a more attractive grantee to a foundation. So keeping those personal stories and that personal passion, really key. I think one of the areas where you could do a little bit better, some of you had a little bit of this, but you really need to have more, is sort of give me a sense of the impact that you're going to have. If this program gets implemented, what's going to change in the lives of the students you're trying to reach? Some of that came out in the personal stories, but it wasn't necessarily connected to a clear storyline, right? So you all picked issues that you were passionate about. It was clear that you cared. What was not always clear was how the set of activities you were going to pursue with your grant funding led to the impact and a better outcome, right? So that clear storyline that I can follow, that gets me engaged, that makes me want to champion your cause is really a key thing. And you all did it to some degree, but I think you can sort of step up your game in the next round. Then the other issue, which is a little different, and it is one that I always struggle with, is, so we fund in higher education space. There are so many issues that affect students, right? So the last 2 days we've talked about and voted on all the different issues and barriers that students have in their lives. What I didn't see anybody do is talk about or contextualize their particular issue in the context of the other sets of issues that students are facing. And so one of the things that we look at Gates is this, the foster care group was great. The foster home people were great, where they had great statistics and data, but what they didn't really tell me are 10,000 students coming out of foster care or 10 million students, right? If it's 10 million students, I've got to figure out some solutions there. If it's 10,000 students, well, that's important, but it's more of a boutique program, right? So what's the scale of impact on the student population, and why is that issue so important for us to consider becomes a really important selling point for you as you're out talking to a lot of different funders. But I think you guys did a great job. I really think you're going to do well. Thanks.